slate's full, we already locked in. Matt and Jake on the mic, let the show begin. Score, starters, who's hot and who's not. Burning daylight sports, give it everything we got. First pitch energy, no time to sleep. 15 games on the board, the grind don't cease. Don't waste the daylight, it is already on. Burning daylight sports, all day long. Two guys, one mic, straight talk, no filler. If they happen on the diamond, we gonna deliver. Don't waste the daylight, it is already on. Burning daylight sports, all day long. Two guys, one mic, straight talk, no filler. If they happen on the diamond, we gonna deliver.
Well, welcome back, Daylight Burners. Happy Friday. We did it. The weekend is almost here. It's Friday. Tigers and the Rockies off yesterday, and the A's spoiled another excellent start from JT Ginn. JT Ginn goes 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 8 punchouts. Fantastic start. Quality start, literally. Bullpen blew it up. Bullpen gave up 6. And the Cubbies walk it off to snap an 8-game losing streak at the friendly confines. And Cubs win 7-6 over the A's. Ketel Marte, on the other hand, walks off the Doyers. And for a pretty light slate, pretty good day of baseball. And Jake is out today, so I'll roll solo, but you guys can get along with me, I think. All right, let's get into it. Make it kind of quick today. We'll see. Started off hot. Phillies-Padres. Lucas Giolito facing off against Zach Wheeler. Zach Wheeler with another excellent start. I believe he went 7 innings. Gave up 1 run. Only run was a solo shot to Manny Machado. Wheeler, 7 innings, 2 hits. 2 runs. He gave up 2. So 2 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 8 punch-outs, and solid performance from Zach Wheeler. It did raise his ERA up a touch, but really, guy's been dominant since he came back. Lucas Giolito, his struggles still kind of continue. 4 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, 5 punch-outs, and then he gave up a home run to Adolis Garcia in the 5th inning. I think that was I think the Phillies took the series 2 out of 3. Either way, they won the series. I don't believe it was a sweep though. Phillies win 6-4. Orioles jump all over the Red Sox. Brian Bayo got lit up. Trevor Rogers had a pretty good outing, honestly. So what was his line? Orioles went 8-2. Trevor Rogers went 5 2/3, 5 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 3 punch-outs. He lowered his ERA to a 6.29 on the year, so he's got that going for him, I guess. Brian Bayo, 5 innings, 7 hits, 8 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Not good stuff from Brian Bayo. And the Orioles almost back to 500, 3 games under. The Yankees edge out the Guardians 2-1. And who was I forget who the starting pitchers were. So Rodon and Ciccone. Ciccone went 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, walk and 4 strikeouts, and then Rodon, similar numbers, 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, and 7 punch-outs. He's got a 2.88 ERA on the year. He's been pretty dang good. Ciccone also he's got a 4.92 ERA, so not been as solid, but pitched well yesterday. With the offensive side, we had RBIs from McMahon and Chisholm. And then on the only RBI coming from Fairchild from the Indian side. Yankees win that series. They improved to 37-25. Guardians at 36-28. So still atop the American League Central. The Giants got their offense going, and they put up a bunch on the Brewers, who also put up a bunch. Giants avoid the sweep. They win, or did they win that series? I think they might have won that series. Let's take a look real quick. Schedule. They won, so they split the series. That was a 4-game set with the Giants, and the Brew Crew split that one. They win. The Giants win 12-9, and it was an offensive explosion on both sides. It looks like not much pitching to be had. It seems like. Starters: Hauser went 4 1/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 5 punchouts. He did give up a homer. And then for Milwaukee, Crow only went 2 1/3. I believe that was a bullpen game, anyways. 2 1/3, 9 hits, 6 runs, 2 all of them earned, 2 walks, 2 punchouts, and a home run. Let's see who gave up. Then Hale came in 2 1/3 innings, no runs. Anderson, inning and a third, 3 hits, 2 runs, and then Woodland really let him go down. 3 innings, 7 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. No walks and 1 strikeout. Over on the San Francisco side, Hinches, I don't know. He got 2/3 of an inning, scoreless. Brubaker came in 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. One of them being a home run. Got a walk, 2 walks, and a strikeout. Beck came in for an inning, gave up a run. Ramos came in, did not get an out, gave up 2 hits and 3 runs and 2 walks. Killian came in and closed it out. Got the save. Yeah, it would be a save. Full inning, no hits, or 1 hit, no walks, no runs, 1 strikeout. And the Giants improved to tied with the Rockies for the basement of the National League West. Over in Atlanta, we had Sale on the mound, had a pretty good outing, but the Braves dropped to the Blue Jays 7-2. Sale has been really good this year, and so have the Braves. But Sale went 5 2/3, 10 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, 6 punchouts. So not his best performance. He only gave up 2, but 10 hits is a lot. And then it was a bullpen game for the Blue Jays: Fluharty, Dallas, Ty Rogers, Hoffman, Fisher, Varland. Yeah, they only gave up 2 runs total. Looks like Dallas gave 1 up, and then Fisher gave 1 up later in the game. The Braves bullpen looks like it was Lopez. 1 inning, 5 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, a walk and a strikeout. Fuentes gave up a run after Sale came out, so 3 runs by Sale. I guess Fuentes didn't give up a run; it was a hit. 3 runs by Sale, and then 4 by Lopez. So not enough offense to get the Braves across. Anyway, had the bullpen held up, but they did not. And Blue Jays avoid the sweep. They win 7-2. The Royals at the Twins. Royals offense has got going here lately. Strom gets the win with the 3.93 ERA. Rogers gets the loss. I'm not sure who I think it was like Woods Richardson maybe that got the start. No, Seth Lugo for the Royals. He went 5 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, all of them earned. 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Gave up 3 home runs though. Byron Buxton's got 18 on the year. Clemens. And Clemens had 2 of them, both of them off of Lugo. And then Minnesota threw the whole kitchen sink at them. Morris, Paredes, Banda, Orzi, Gomez, and Taylor Rogers, and then Lawrence. Combined for 12 hits, 8 runs, 7 of them earned, 6 walks, and 7 punchouts from the Minnesota crew. 9 hits by the Royals, 6 runs, 2 walks, 7 punchouts. 4 home runs given up by Royals pitching, 3 from Lugo and 1 from Schreiber. Only the 1 home run given up by the Twins, but it was enough offense for the Royals to get ahead, despite Lugo struggling. Royals win 8-6. They improved to 25-38. Just a game behind the Twins at 29-35. AL Central is still booty, but teams got hot this week. The A's, again, freaking bullpen blew it, but it was good offensive performance by the green and gold. Shea Langeliers with an inside the park home run, and then another shot, both of them off of Imanaga. Soderstrom hit one in the 7th off of Imanaga, and then right after that, Jonah Heim back-to-back home runs, both solo shots off of Shota Imanaga. Imanaga got lit up yesterday. 6 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 1 walk, 5 punch-outs, 4 home runs given up. 2 of them by Shea Langeliers. JT Ginn, as I said, fine performance. How many pitches did he throw? Pitches. He had 88 pitches, 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. Only run coming off a solo shot from Pete Crow Armstrong, who I continue to not like. 1 walk and 8 punch outs. He's got a 2.74 ERA on the year. Rough deal, man. That guy has over the last month has had 2 excellent pitching performances, just spoiled. One by himself, and the other one last night coming from the bullpen. Scott Barlow immediately giving up a 2-run jack to get it close. And then Kunal coming in to try to save it out. He only went 2/3 of an inning. 5 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned. And Medina couldn't close it out with traffic on the bases. And the Cubs walk it off 7-6. I still think they're candidates for the June swoon. I think the A's maybe not as much. I'd like to hope. But they had a good series, taking 2 out of 3 in the friendly confines of Wrigley. All right, let's talk about Pirates-Astros. Pirates get back on track. They win 5-1 in Houston. Let's see what the box score was there. Jones on the mound for the Pirates there? Yeah. He went 5 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 4 punch-outs. Mladinsky went 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 3 no walks, and 3 punch-outs. Only run coming from off a solo shot from Isaac Paredes. I believe that was his 100th career home run, if I'm not mistaken. I know he just hit his 100th, and I can't remember if it was last night or the night before. What's his name? Tang, Iway Tang or something like that. Let's see. Kaiway Tang. He went had not a bad game, not a great game. 5 innings, 7 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks and a strikeout, and then the 1 home run given up to O'Hearn in the 6th. But I'm good to see that. Keep those Astros down. We're headed into Houston today to play a pretty crucial series in the American League West. Pirates win 5-1, and now they improve to 34-29. It's still right in the middle of the action in the National League Central. And then the late night game. This was a fun one. Doyers fall to the D-backs 3-2 on a walk-off solo home run from Ketel Marte. He had never had a walk-off home run before this year. Now he's got two of them coming within a couple weeks of each other. Last night, and the other one was not very, very long ago. Ryan Nelson on the bump for the Snakes. He went 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, 2 walks and 3 punch-outs. Pitch to contact type of guy, and it was working for him pretty good last night. Robleski on the bump for the Doyers also had a great night. 6 innings, 6 hits, no runs, no walks, 4 punch-outs, but Hurt and Klein and then Scott giving up the GOAT for the Doyers. And what was the stats on that series from the D? I believe D-backs they either split or won that series. 4 games set, and it was a split between the Doyers and the D-backs. Really, really exciting finish. I was watching that while I was finishing up the friggin' Farm and Ranch report. I got all educated on the screwworm, and I try to educate you all too. So if you want to take a look at that, it's on the main channel. It's also on the friggin' Farm and Ranch report stuff. Go find all that. Support the show. Support the show. Why don't you? I'm also going live on Instagram here lately, and I don't know how well that's working, but I might have to change some things on the layout. But that's neither here nor there. Got some good series going into the weekend. Some important series going, and we got one that starts here not too long from now. We got the Giants in Wrigley taking on the Cubs. Robbie Ray on the bump. He's 3-6 on the year. Kind of struggled, 4.45 ERA and 59 strikeouts on the year, facing off against Edward Cabrera, who's been a little shaky his own self, but not terrible. 3-2 record, 4.0 ERA, 47 punch-outs. The Cubbies only 3 games above 500 right now, and I kind of hope the stadium implodes. I don't want to root for either one of those teams. White Sox headed to Philly, take on the Phillies. We got Anthony Kay on the bump for the Southsiders, and then Jesus Luzardo for the Phillies. 2 mediocre pitchers. 5-1 record for Anthony Kay, 3.77 ERA, 42 strikeouts. Luzardo, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde cases as well. 4-4 record, 4.30, 78 punch-outs on the year, though. Does still have some good swing and miss. Mariners headed into Detroit to take on the Kitties. We'll see how that goes. Got a pretty good pitching matchup, historically speaking. Brian Wu and Framber Valdez towing the rubber. Brian Wu's got a 5-3 record, has been really good as of late. 3.44 ERA, 68 punch-outs on the year. Framber Valdez has been meh. 2-4 record, 4.39 and 54 punch-outs. But the Tigers kind of got hot against the Rays. We'll see if they can keep it going. They need to. And they've got some hard decisions coming up, dealing with Tarek Skubal. What used to be the rivalry in baseball, and now I guess you really only care if you're fans of those two teams. But Red Sox headed to the Bronx to take on the Yankees. Sonny Gray on the mound for the Red Sox, and Ryan Weathers for the Pinstripes. Sonny Gray has been excellent this year. 6-1, a 3.06 ERA, 41 punch-outs. Ryan Weathers has also been pretty good. 2-3, so the record doesn't really show up, but he's got a 3.52 ERA, 75 punch-outs. Like I said, that historically that's a really important series. I could care less about it this year. The only news to update on there, Aaron Judge looks like he's got a stress fracture in one of his ribs, and they're going to do some more tests in 4 to 6 weeks. So looks like he's out till the All-Star break, minimum. We'll see. That's a blow for the Yankees, and not ideal time for them because the Rays were kind of put on the ropes by the Motor City Detroit Tigers, and now they're losing their big player, and he is big. Kawa small, Judgy big. All right. Orioles headed up to Toronto to take on the Blue Jays. Brandon Young on the mound for the O's. Trey Yesavage taking the mound for the Blue Jays. He's been excellent this year. 2-2 record, 2.19 ERA, 39 punchouts. Brandon Young's 3-1 with a 3.35 ERA and 33 punchouts. Pretty decent pitching matchup up there. The Orioles have been kind of surging here lately, but both of these teams still trying to kind of be relevant in the conversation. They're both probably out of the division race. Still young, or still early. Could see some movement there, but both of them at 30 and 33. It's kind of a whatever series. Speaking of a whatever series, we got the Battle of Florida that not even the state of Florida cares about. Drew Rasmussen on the mound. He's been really good for the Rays. 4-2 record, 3.36 ERA, and 55 punchouts. Taking on Ryan Gusto. I'm guessing he hasn't had many starts. Last 7 games, he's appeared in 2, pitched 3 innings, got a 9 ERA. So 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 4 strikeouts. So this will be a bullpen game. Yeah, those are the only 2 games he's appeared in this season. So not real stellar stuff from the guy, but so I would expect the Rays to get back on track down in Miami, but we'll see. I don't know if I'll be watching it, but that's okay because nobody else will be either. Pirates at the Braves. This is a good series. See if the Pirates are for real, if they're gonna be a real sort of contender, or will they fall apart against a Braves team who's coming in with 42-21, still winning at a 667 clip. Fantastic. They look like they're going to win 100 games this year. Mitch Keller on the bump for the Pirates. Early on was probably the best pitcher for the Pirates. He's come back down to earth a little. 5-2 record, 4.35 ERA, and 51 punchouts. He's facing off against Martin Perez, 3-3 record and a 2.79 ERA with 42 punchouts. I like the Braves to win, but I think I might take the Pirates to cover. We shall see. Excuse me. All right. The A's headed down to Houston to take on the Astros. Fuck those guys. Jack Perkins coming out of the bullpen to make his first start of the year. I wonder if they're planning on letting him go more than just an inning or 2. If it's going to be I would think it's not going to be a full bullpen game. They've used a lot of their bullpen as of late. Perkins been pretty good out of the bullpen. He has been touched up a couple times. That's why the ERA is elevated, but he doesn't have the bulk of innings to show for it. He's been mostly a 1-inning guy out of the bullpen. So I wouldn't expect him to go very, very deep into the game, even if he's dealing. Peter Lambert on the mound for the Astros. He's been pretty decent. 4-4 record, 3.77 ERA, and 43 punchouts. Nick Kurtz, after winning AL Player of the Month in the month of May, has continued to be hot. Shea Langeliers can't stop hitting home runs, and Tyler Soderstrom the bat has came alive here lately. Looking for some other guys to contribute. Brent Rooker still trying to get things going. Lawrence Butler as well has not been very good this year. Guardians headed down to Arlington to take on the Rangers. I'm looking for a solid performance out of Cleveland here. Keep those damn Rangers at bay. We got Parker Messick on the mound, facing off against Kumar Rocker. Kumar Rocker's been pretty decent this year. It's got really good stuff, not very consistent. Parker Messick, on the other hand, has been excellent. 6-1 with a 2.21 ERA, 74 punchouts. Kumar Rocker at a 2-5 record, 3.54 ERA, 44 punchouts, and he's pitched pretty well here as of late. Over in the Central, we got the Reds headed into St. Louis to take on the Redbirds. Reds and the Cardinals. Brady Singer on the bump, facing off against Kyle Leahy. Both of them with elevated ERAs. I think I'm going to take the over. Brady Singer's not been good whatsoever. 2-5 with a 6.18 ERA. 36 punch-outs on the year. Kyle Leahy, 5-3 with a 4.25 ERA and 46 punch-outs. Let me see what the recent stats, his recent splits are. So last 7 games, he's 1-4. 7 games, started 33 and a third, 43 hits, 24 earned runs, 13 walks, and 22 punch-outs. A 1.68 whip, and he's not been good. Last 10 games, not much better. 11 games started, 51 innings pitched, 70 hits, 35 earned runs, 16 walks, and 36 strikeouts. So look for the St. Louis bats to get going today. Leahy's been better, but not very good either. I think it's a good candidate to take the over. Let me see what the numbers say on that. All right, we got Reds at the Cardinals. Over is 9. 9 even. I still like that number. I still like it. I think I'm going to take it. Kansas City headed up to Minnesota to take on the Twins. Michael Wacha and Zebby Matthews facing off. Wacha's been good for the Royals this year. 4-3 record, 3.23 ERA, 65 punchouts. Zebby Matthews off to a really hot start. Got lit up a couple times. He's 1-3 with a 4.63 ERA and 24 strikeouts on the year. This is a pretty whatever series. If you're fans of either of these teams, good on you. Nobody else is going to be paying attention, I don't think. Brew Crew headed into Coors. We got beer drinkers at the beer stadium. Or we got the beer makers at the beer stadium. Brandon Sproat on the mound for the Brew Crew. He's been terrible. 1-4, 6.24 ERA, 52 strikeouts. Facing off against Ryan Feltner, who's just recently back off the IL. 2-1 record, 4.85 ERA, 19 punchouts. Not been good, not been particularly bad. Definitely not particularly good. This would be another one to chase the over on. The Rockies can put up some points. So can the Brewers. And 2 pitchers who have not been all that good. The Mets headed down to Petco to take on the Padres. We got Christian Scott on the bump for the Mets, taking on Michael King, who's been really good. 4-4 record, 3.18 ERA, 65 punchouts. Christian Scott has been good as well. 1-0 on the year, 2.97 with 38 strikeouts. He has had he's pitched quite a bit this year. Innings pitched. He's 29 innings in May, and then another 1 1/3 in April. So games started. He's had 6 games, 6 starts under his belt. Pretty good showing so far. Kind of a small sample size, but pretty solid. Padres need to get back on track. They've been struggling mightily here lately. Michael King be their guy to get them back on track, though. That's tonight. The Nationals headed into Arizona to take on the Snakes. Forrest Griffin, who's been one of the better pitchers for the Nationals, taking on Merrill Kelly, who's been not great. He's got a 5-3 record, so he's had some success. 5.06 ERA though, and 33 punchouts. He did come off a Tommy John surgery, so expect him to get better, or like you hope for it, anyways. If you're a Diamondbacks fan, Diamondbacks trying to stay relevant in the West. We're really hot. Split against the Doyers. That'll help boost your momentum, though. But the Nationals have been playing pretty decent ball as of late, so that'll be a fun one to watch. And then we got the Battle of L.A. We got the Halos and the Doyers. Looks like a bullpen game for the Halos, and Roki Sasaki taking the mound for the Los Angeles Tokyo Doyers. 3-3 record for Sasaki, 4.59 ERA, 50 punchouts. He's not been particularly effective this year, but the dude does have some really good shit, and he has shown that he can be good at times. So I don't expect much out of the Halos. For the series that I'll be paying attention to this weekend, of course, we got the A's at the Astros. That is a pretty important series in the West, with the Astros coming on here as of late. The Mariners Tigers. That'll be an interesting series. That's an important series for the Tigers. Pretty important series for the Mariners if they want to keep pace in the West. They're leading by 2 games or 2.5 games, I believe, over the A's. Let's see. White Sox Phillies. That's an interesting series as well. It's not particularly important, I would say, in the grand scheme of things. But I mean, the Phillies trying to stay in the wild card hunt. The Sox as well, but they're also competing for that division title. We'll look at the standings here real quick after this. Pirates Braves is a good series. I'll be watching. Probably not watching much baseball there, but I'll be keeping an eye on the Guardians at the Rangers. Looking for Cleveland to go in with a clean sweep and just tamp those fucking Rangers back down. Hoping the A's can do the same thing with the Astros. Reds at the Cardinals. That is a good series to keep an eye on. That's pretty important baseball there in the National League Central, which is still very competitive. With the Brewers with kind of a commanding lead at the moment, but that can change pretty quickly when you got we got that type of competitive baseball in the Central. So those are the kind of the series I'm looking at: the Reds, Cardinals, Cleveland, and Texas. A's at the Astros, Pirates at the Braves. I don't care about Yankees-Red Sox, so I'm not paying much attention. There'll be plenty of other people that pay attention to that for me. But Mariners at the Tigers. I'm really rooting for the Tigers here, not just because of Jake, but also because of what that means for my A's. I'll flip over to the Brewers and the Rockies after the A's Astros are done, because there's probably going to be a bunch of home runs hit there. It's Coors Field, and we got a pretty good offense coming to town. So before we head into the weekend, Tampa is hanging on by a thread in the East. They're half game up on the Yankees, and then 8 games up on everybody else that's close. Red Sox bringing up the basement there. So the Rays are 2-8 over their last 10. Yankees are 7-3. So are the Orioles. Blue Jays playing 500 ball, and the Red Sox at 4-6. Guardians still hanging on to a 2-game lead there in the Central. So not much there, honestly. And they're 5-5 over their last 10. The White Sox, they're 2 games back in the wild cards position right now. They're 7-3 over their last 10. The Twins are 3-7. Tigers are finally back up to 500 ball, but they're on a 3-game win streak after sweeping the Rays down in St. Pete. And then the Royals trying to find some life. They're 10.5 games back of the series, 5.5 games of the division, 5.5 games back of the wild card. 3-7 over the last 10, but they have won the last 2. Mariners playing good baseball right now. They're 3 games over 500, 2.5 games up on the A's for the lead in the AL West. A's are in a wild card spot at the moment, so that is good. Mariners are 8-2 over their last 10. A's are 4-6. Rangers are 6-4, and they're statistically tied with the A's. Astros only 2 games behind, or 3 games behind that. They're playing 500 ball. Nobody's got much of a streak going, and then the Angels avoid the sweep avoid getting swept at home by the Rockies. They've been playing 500 ball, but they're 9 games back of the division, 6.5 games back of a wild card. Pretty hapless, as is tradition from the Angels. Forgot that I didn't have the screen up here. Okay, over in the National League, in the East, it's still the Braves division. They're 8.5 games up on the Phillies, coming in at 42-21. As I said before, a 667 win clip. They're 6-4 over their last 10. The Phillies are 7-3, coming in at 33-29. They're now 4 games over 500. Their pitching has been looking really good here lately. The bats have got going. They won 3 straight, so they must have swept the. They sweep the Padres. It looks like. Pulling that up right now. Yes, they did sweep. Obviously, they swept the series against the Padres because they're on a 3-game win streak. Padres have really been struggling lately. Nationals trying to stay relevant. They're 2.5 games back of a wild card spot. Playing 500 ball, they have lost 3 straight. Marlins won 3 straight against the said Nationals. They are within 4.5 games of a wild card spot. And the Mets are 6 games back of a wild card spot, playing 500 ball. Not much going on there. The Central is where it all is very interesting. Brew Crew holding a 4.5 game lead on the Pirates, who were just at the bottom of the division. But they have won 7 out of the last 10. So have the Brew Crew. Cardinals, they're half game behind the Pirates, coming in at 32-28. They're been struggling a little bit though, 3-7 over their last 10. And the Cubs, they're 5.5 back of the division. Not very long ago, they were at the top of the division. I still have them on pace for a June swoon. The A's making a case that they're not going to swoon. They've taken 2 out of 3 at Wrigley. Cubs are 4-6 over their last 10, and then the Reds bringing up the division, only a game above 500, but only 6.5 out of the division lead and a game and a half back of the wild card. 5-5 over their last 10. Still got a -45 run differential. What are the A's, by the way, on the run differential? A's are at -33. Still almost, still competing for that division spot and in a wild card spot at the moment. And the Mariners at a +30. The Rangers are at a +9 all of a sudden. Astros -39. Angels a -51. Let's see. The Braves still have a gaudy number, +109. They're back over with the best run differential in baseball. Nope, Dodgers at +133. Who's got the worst? The Rockies got a -83. Woof. that leads baseball. Minus 83 in run differential for the Rockies compared to the Doyers at a plus 133. So anyway, that's what I've got for you today and looking into the weekend. Hopefully, Jake can wrap this all up for you on Sunday or Monday morning. Give you a wrap of the weekend and see how these division numbers changed. Keep an eye on the Central and the West in the American League. The National League, the Central is the one to watch. Everything else is kind of locked up. D-backs are now 6.5 games out of first place in the West with a wild card spot. San Diego's now a half game back of the wild card. And the Dodgers just keep piling up wins. I don't see them relinquishing the lead. We'll see how the Yankees respond without Judge. Historically, it's not been good. They're only a half game back of the division race, leading the wild card there in the American League. The White Sox with a good performance and the Guardians struggling could take the lead of the division this weekend. I'm hoping they don't because I want the Guards to beat up on the Rangers. And I'm needing the Tigers to get their shit together this weekend and put a whooping on the Mariners so that the A's can climb back on top. Anyway, that's what we got. Enjoy your baseball this weekend, and we'll see you Sunday or Monday. Now, move your ass. We're burning daylight.
Sun up, slate's full, we already locked in. Matt and Jake on the mic, let the show begin. Score, starters, who's hot and who's not. Burning daylight sports, give it everything we got. First pitch energy, no time to sleep. 15 games on the board, the grind don't cease. Don't waste the daylight, it is already on. Burning daylight sports, all day long. Two guys, one mic, straight talk, no filler. If they happen on the dime and we gonna deliver, don't waste the day.